Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Trade Ideas Live Trading Room recap for Wednesday, May the 8th. My name is Barry Anderson, moderator of your trading room. Any questions you might have for me, you can use this email address. This is a link to get into our free room, 100% free. You do not have to be a member of Trade Ideas to be in our free room. I open the room every morning at 9 o'clock Eastern Time. That's when I start to share my screen and get live on the mic at 9:05. I go up to 3:30, Mondays to Thursdays, and up to 3 o'clock on Fridays. And again, in this link here, you will see a promo code for 15% off the first month only of a Trade Ideas subscription or the entire year. You'll also see a link for the test drive. One last time to sign up for the test drive. If you're watching this before the market closes and you do want to take part in the test drive, wait for the market to close and then you can sign up for it with using the link you see in this email you're getting. And you will get 5 full trading days starting tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week. It will cost you $8.99. We do this once a quarter. And so people are asking us all the time, do you have free trials? We don't, but this is the next closest thing, I suppose. And the other thing, don't worry. Once the trial is over, it's over. We don't put you into a subscription or anything. There's nothing you have to do. Of course, if you want to take out a subscription, there'll be a nice promo code for you. And but there's nothing you have to do. Okay, when the trial is over, it's over. All right. Well, a bit of a strange day for me. There were some fantastic moves. Give me that chart. Here we go. Some fantastic moves that happened. Fortunately, I didn't get the ones that I wanted. Let me show you what I did do. I actually took this one in the pre-market and I escaped. This is why you cannot turn your head on these things. Now, I have to admit, if I had known, let me get my symbol linking here so I can refresh my memory about what the float is on this. Probably wouldn't have taken this one. The float is only 21 million and it's a $60 stock. So I probably, I just forgot to check. I guess I thought with a $60 stock that the float would not be so low. But that's just really my bad for not checking it. But it is an earnings play. And so take a look at it on the, take a look at it on the daily chart. I'm sure you're going to see a big gap down. Look at that big gap down. And I also think it looked pretty darn good on the weekly chart. Yeah, so you see really no support, none whatsoever. So when I saw this in the pre-market, I'm doing my, you can see right there, this is an earnings play. I knew it was an earnings play because you can see in the single stock window it says minus 0.25, so therefore it released earnings after hours yesterday. There's the mauve area, and then it continued down this morning. So I looked at it and I thought, okay, it is just taking out... I got in actually right at $63 on the short. It was right at $63. And then look what it did. This is before the market opened. It actually zoomed all the way up here. I got out for literally a 17-cent loss. But I was just saying, I mean, there's the importance of putting a stop in place and not letting your ego get in the way, thinking, well, I got to be right. Look at the gap that I saw on the daily. Look at the gap I saw on the weekly. It has to go down. Who would be buying this? Well, anyway, the bottom line is, I could have got hurt a lot more, but it only took a 17-cent loss. I was actually in the good for a little bit, but I was looking for a lot more. I was looking for like a multi-dollar move, but anyway, I took a 17-cent loss on that one. And what else? It's still down 22%. I mean, there's where it closed yesterday, and I actually was watching this. It looked like it was trying to break out here, from this consolidation. So a couple others that I was watching this morning that I thought might have been good ones also. This is this Potbelly, PBPB, another earnings play. This is a lifetime low. I don't even have to look at the daily or the weekly chart. I know that this is a lifetime low just based on our position and lifetime filter. And I thought, wow, I mean, this could do something. And I actually shorted this one. I think it was 686, right about here. And it just didn't want to move. I got out at 7. So I took a little 14-cent loss on that one. And it just really hasn't moved. I mean, we'll have to see what happens with this one yesterday. I mean, this is another earnings play. And obviously earnings are being, not good for it. Or the guidance, whatever the reason, it is down. The other one I was, what was the other one I was looking at? Oh, NVTA, same sort of thing. You know, NVTA, if I look at this on the daily chart, I mean, look at this gap down, and there, you know, there's the support, and it looked what it did. It actually got, well, support. Guess it is support, you know, right at that 19 level, and you can see exactly what it did. It hit that support area, and it bounced right off it. And, you know, but I looked at that one, I thought another one, another earnings play. Come on. Another earnings play that I was really thinking if it could really collapse below that support, it really had no support after that. But didn't do it. And again, one of these ones, it popped, and now it's just kind of resting for a while. The only one that I actually, and it took me a couple of kicks at, actually a MNK. Yeah, it took me a couple of kicks before I got this one kind of right. I was looking at this one, MNK, beaten up badly. It was on earnings yesterday, but also it has some overhang because of, I think this is the one where there's allegations that they were bribing doctors and all. So, you know, you can see, I think this was already rumored here, and then boom and boom. I think this is, you know, all those rumors that they're bribing doctors. But anyway, it had earnings yesterday. Interesting reaction. Look at the topping tail, the bottoming tail. So really indecisive about what the direction was. But I got interested in it when it got over that whole number. Because again, I'm looking at this thinking, okay, over that whole number of 17, obviously a lot of resistance right here, but that's far enough away. So let's go back to the 15-minute chart. So I ended up taking this one, I think originally, I think it was, oh man, I don't have this marked down. I know the second time I got in. I know I took a little loss the first time, but I got back in it at 17.18. I think on this move here, it popped up and then it moved back down here, and then I got back in it right there at 17.18. It did move up. It looked like, okay, now we're going. And I was saying, I took some off originally at 17.35, and I was saying to the room, I'd love to see it get into the 17.40s. It just didn't do it. And so I got out the last bit at 17.24. So kind of made up for the little loss I had, and plus the loss I had on the other two. Because the other two were early trades, and I don't take very many shares, especially the INGN, you know, a 17-cent loss. I don't take very many shares in the pre-market for something that's that is that expensive. And let's see, what else? I also took this was a flat trade. Why? You know what? I don't care. The flat trade. There were some very good trade calls in the room though. MYGN, actually Trip, you know, and I'm going to miss these. I'm going to miss these moves because, you know, I'm reluctant to take anything in the first 15 minutes. And, you know, even though I guess I could have got in right there, this is a short Trip. Fantastic. I mean, Real was all over this one. Sure, others were in this one. I will miss this because I'm a little reluctant to take anything in the first 15. I just didn't quite see the setup. There might have been a better one on the 5-minute. I didn't quite see the setup here on the 15. It would have been just a chase for me. The other one was MYGN. Same sort of thing, you know, it's just a chase for me. Arguably, maybe in this area I could have, but I mean, I will miss these moves, and I'm going to say something that sounds crazy. I'm happy to miss them. I've been burned too many times by trying to take a trade in the first 15 minutes. And, you know, to me, they can be very whippy up and down. You know, it just happens that those two just kept moving down without really any pause. And, you know, it's going to happen. And it doesn't really bother me. I'm happy for anybody who gets into the trade and prospers from it. That's all there is. All right. I think that is it. I am interested. I may be swinging this one, PSN. This is the IPO for today. The reason I might be looking at it is that Goldman and JP, I think it's Morgan Stanley, a couple of big names are behind this one at IPO today. Hasn't recovered yet. That's the only problem right now. The IPO, when I say recovered, it's, you know, it is below. This is the opening 15-minute candle. The IPO was at $27. So it did, you know, I mean, it's over the IPO price, so that's nice. but it's, it has fallen off the high here, 31.41. Not that far away. It's only $1 away. So I'm really looking at this one, and I may swing this. And if I'm going to swing it, I will literally put a stop, at the low of today, 29.20. So it'll be a fairly wide stop. If I do end up swinging this one, it'd be a fairly wide stop. I was even thinking of putting the stop at the IPO price at 27. I mean, that'd even be a wider stop. I would take fewer shares. But if I'm going to do this, I'm not in this for $2. I'm in this for maybe hopefully a $5 or $10 move. I don't mean tomorrow. I don't mean next week. And I have no idea if it's going to happen. But that'd be the only reasoning why I would put such a wide stop on it, because I would want to see if this one can have one of those multi-dollar moves over the next couple of weeks. But again, that's not a recommendation to do it. I'm just telling you what I might do. All right, that's about it. Let me bring back the capture program. First, close down the chart. Bring back the capture program. So again, I know I'm nagging at you, but it's amazing how many emails we get. And Barry, I heard you talking about the test drive. I forgot to sign up. So this is the last day you can sign up. If you're going to sign up for the test drive, do it after the market closes today, so you can take advantage of 5 full trading days with our premium service, just as if you signed up for as a premium subscriber. Okay. So I hope to see everybody in the room tomorrow. I'll open it tomorrow at 9 o'clock. So have a great evening, everybody. Bye-bye.